What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to TTP Sports. And the Phillies, they beat the Washington Nationals today, get their third win in a row as they beat them by a score of 5-4. Zack Wheeler pitches a really good ball game, gets into at least 7 1/3 innings. He stumbled a little bit there at the end, but with a depleted bullpen, I completely understand why Joe Girardi sent Wheeler out there in the 8th inning. Josh Bell happened to just murder a ball to make it a 1-run ball game, but thankfully the offense scored enough runs in order to win this game. And Jose Alvarado, we all prayed, we all hoped, we didn't know how that ninth was going to turn out. 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. Great performance on the save from Jose Alvarado. Man, I was expecting it to go some other way, but hey, we get the win. And currently, we are 2 games behind the New York Mets, who are currently losing to the Miami Marlins by a score of 5-3 in the top of the 9th inning. So if the Mets lose this game, the Phillies will be a game and a half behind the New York Mets for first place. So I guess the Phillies, they're getting some momentum. They are. Like I said previous videos, I'm not getting my hopes up, but like I said, they're going to be in this race for the entire thing. So I guess let's enjoy it while it lasts, I guess. I'm not sure. Not sure how to feel, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm just not because in reality, I know what this team is. And once again, I'm harping on this team when they win a goddamn ball game. Maybe I should do it more because they tend to win more when I harp on them. So you never know. You never know. But hey, they win today. The Mets can lose today and we'll be a game and a half behind them. It's a good day. It's a good night to be a Phillies fan for the time being. So, going into this ball game, honestly, pitcher's duel didn't really expect it. Well, Zack Wheeler, you should expect it to be at least a duel from him. But Patrick Corbin actually pitched pretty decently until his last inning of the ball game. Did. Shut down the Phillies, was getting great location on his pitches, fastball, everything was getting the Phillies to swing and miss, mistiming everything. His only mistake in that first inning was that first pitch to Jean Segura where he sent it out of the ballpark, making it a 1-0 game, but then the Phillies exploded for a couple of more runs on bombs by JT and Ronald Torreyes. So there you go. Offense eventually waking up at one point. And then get Zack Wheeler on the other side of the mound, just getting out of every inning basically quickly between 9 and 15 pitches. That second inning, he got a little bit of trouble with the pitch count, but he eventually settled down, got that pitch count very low, went out there for the 7th inning 8th. He got a little bit into some trouble in those 2 innings, but he managed to, I guess, get the job done. He didn't finish the 8th inning after the Josh Bell home run, but still, I would say a pretty good night for Zack Wheeler. A very, very good, very, very good one. I don't know why I just lost my train of thought for a second, but that's the harm you do when doing these things. But I digress. Good game for the Phillies. I wish the offense kind of contributed a little bit more, but hey, it's enough to win a ball game. You get the home run by Jean Segura. You get the home runs in the 7th inning by JT and Ronald Torreyes. But then the Nats, they eventually make it a 3-run ball game in the bottom of the 7th, and then eventually a 2-run game as they get 2 RBIs in the bottom of the 7th to make it a 4-2 game. But then Bryce Harper immediately responds the very next inning in the top of the 8th. Opposite field bomb, making it 5-2, and he blows a little kiss to the DC crowd, showing him that love that he absolutely does every time he is in Washington. He just loves hitting bombs in DC, and I absolutely love it. Then you get Josh Bell hitting that 2-run missile in the bottom of the 8th to make it a 1-run ball game, 5-4, and that's how your ball game ends. Not really that much happening. It was a very quick ball game, very quick. Like the first 6 innings of this ball game, it felt like they only lasted an hour. That's what it felt like. This ball game probably, I think, lasted, maybe a little under 2.5 hours? If I am not afraid to say that. I think it's 2.5 hours? Maybe under? I'm not sure. It was quick. I think that's the summary of it. It was quick. Not that much happened. Really, not that much happened. For both sides, honestly. If you look at the stat lines, only 7 hits for the Phillies, 8 hits for the Nationals. Those eventually came later in the ball game, in the later innings, but still, the first half of this game was just nothing. Pitchers duel, both sides. Zack Wheeler finishing his innings quickly. Patrick Corbin finishing his innings quickly. No teams really doing anything. Zack Wheeler had a no-hitter going into the 5th. They eventually got the first hit of the ball game during then, but still, that just shows to you how quick this game was going. It was very quick. Very, very quick. But in Phillies fashion, it eventually gets longer as the later innings go on. So I guess we went to a normal length of a ball game. So let's look at the stat line for both sides. Well, for the Phillies, shall we? Not really have to go over the Nationals. Zack Wheeler, 7 in the third innings, 8 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and a home run allowed to Josh Bell. Pretty good night for Zack Wheeler. Yeah, it got a little bit of rough there at the end, but I will still say this is a very good start from Zack Wheeler and definitely one that the Phillies needed. Hector Neris came in after relief for Wheeler. He allowed 1 walk, and he struck out 1 and got the final 2 outs of that 8th inning. Pretty good performance from Hector Neris. Alvarado, we all prayed and hoped in that 9th inning it wasn't going to go terrible, and it did not go terrible. It actually went pretty good. Goes that full inning and strikes out 2. Really good performance from Jose Alvarado. Going to the lineup, Gene Segura, 1 for 4 with the leadoff bomb in this ballgame. First pitch, Rhys Hoskins 0 for 4 in his first game back from the groin injury. He had 2 strikeouts in this game as well. Bryce Harper 1 for 4 with the solo bomb that he had. JT Realmuto goes 2 for 4. His bat continues to be red hot. Alec Boehm, he goes 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Ronald Torreyes, he goes 1 for 4 with a 2-run shot. Odubel Herrera, he goes 0 for 4. Luke Williams, he goes 0 for 3. Then Travis Jankowski came in. He went 0 for 1, and Zack Wheeler went 1 for 3. Zack Wheeler showcasing the pitching and the batting in this ball game as well. In terms of runners in scoring position, the Phillies didn't really have any. They only went 0 for 1, and they left 3 people on base today. That just shows to you how, I guess, little chances they've had with runners in scoring position, and basically the long ball was a major factor in this game. Every run from the Phillies today was from the long ball. Gene Segura, JT Realmuto, Ronald Torreyes, almost forgot who hit the 3rd home run. Then you got Bryce Harper. So yeah, 4 home runs in this ball game equal your 5 runs for the Phillies. And looking at the rest of the series, you win the first 2 games. So you go into tomorrow's game. Got Chase Anderson on the mound going up against Espino for the Washington Nationals. Chase Anderson, he's getting slotted back into the starting rotation, so you don't know what the hell that's going to happen. And for Espino, for the Nationals, he's 3-2 with a 3.08 ERA. Got to find a way to win. The offense definitely needs to step up, especially when you have a guy like Chase Anderson on the mound. Going into Thursday, you're going to have Aaron Nola coming up on the mound, who's been pretty better as of his last couple of starts, so hopefully he can find a way to continue that streak going into Thursday. Then you're going to have Joe Ross, who pitched pretty good last time he faced you. He's 5-9 with a 4 ERA. So yes, the offense, I would say, needs to pick it up big time in these next few games. Even though we've scored a good amount of runs in these past 2, I would like it to be more consistent, not waiting until the end of the ball game to wake up. I would like, spread out evenly throughout a ball game, trying to get those runs consistently, so your pitchers don't have to panic, I would say, or you don't have to put all that stress onto your pitchers. I would definitely like that a lot. So there you go. There you go. And let's check in on that Marlins and Mets game just to see. Yes, the Marlins won that game by a score of 5-4. So now if we look back at the standings, the Phillies are officially above 500 once again. They are 54-53, and they are a game and a half behind the New York Mets, who are in first place, but at 55-51. The Braves, they're still in third place at 52-54, and the Nationals, they're in fourth at 49-58, with the Marlins in fifth place at 46-61. Looking at the rest of the schedule once again for the Phillies, because even though I did bring it up yesterday, it's still going to be a pretty tough schedule coming up with these final 2 games against the Nationals. This weekend series with the Mets is going to be very crucial, especially with how close you are in the standings now. So that weekend can definitely be some, separation between who's in first, who's in second place in this division. So that's going to be a really big weekend series coming up. Very, very important. And with Aaron Nola being on the mound on Thursday, I would assume going on Friday, it'll be Gibson for the Phillies. And then most likely, I would assume Zack Wheeler goes on the Sunday game when you go with Ranger Suarez on Saturday. That's what I'm going to assume. Still going to be a very tough series nonetheless. And then next week, you have the off day on Monday, and you have a 3-game set against the Los Angeles Dodgers, one of the better teams in baseball. It's going to be a very tough series. And then with the Cincinnati Reds that following weekend at home, it's going to be another very tough series. The Reds have been very good as of late. So 3 home series coming up against the Mets, Dodgers, and the Reds. Going to be very tough, especially this weekend. Well, this entire week, but especially this weekend since how close you are in the standings. It's going to be very tough. But you're a game and a half tonight, and let's see how many more games you can win in this series. Try to win the series tomorrow. That's what I'm going to say. Try to win it tomorrow, and then you'll have the chance to sweep on Thursday with Aaron Nola on the bump. Do it. I'm not saying a sweep is mandatory, Win the series. Win the series is mandatory. Sweep is just a bonus. Try to win it first. Win that series first, and then we could talk about something else. So that's their goal tomorrow, and I think that's going to do it for this video, everyone. It was a short game, so you were getting a more shorter recap, even though it's still past 10 minutes, but still a little shorter end. But what are you going to do? So what are your thoughts on this video, everyone? What are your thoughts on this game? Zack Wheeler's performance, all the home runs by the Phillies. I want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to leave those down there. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out all the links to Broads Media, the Flyer to Pod merchandise website, and also the Flyer to Pod merchandise website. All that good stuff is down in the description below. Definitely go check that out, and definitely do not forget to subscribe to the channel, everyone, and I will see you next time.